In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Stream delays. Alright, there's Sofa underway, Armstrong underway, Game 1 underway, the semis are underway. And we all get to watch a whole bunch of Tetris this afternoon. Look at 850 AO2 to make hopefuls. Yeah. That tracks. That is about on par for what I've been seeing lately, if I remember correctly. Armstrong with a couple of towers in this stack to begin. Bars all over on the left side. Now a bar dependency in column 3. Sofa very clean. Good adjustment with a T to make room for that J. And Sofa's going to be squeaky clean starting this off. I don't even want to think about how other schools have to try and teach English. Ooh, Sofa. Very high early on, though. Sofa, generally a DAS player as well, so... Getting that high can be risky, but gonna get the bar, get the score. Armstrong still kind of digging here. Has been for a hot minute. Finally a Tetris there for Armstrong. Armstrong on 87,000. Salted Sofa 125 as we get going. Game number 1 on this fine Friday afternoon here in the U.S. Probably evening across the pond already. Oh, actually, night. So will the Tetris. 216 at 47 lines. 43 lines, 156 for Armstrong. Bang Tetris to 179. So Sofa on a little under a 2 Tetris lead as we approach the 50-line mark of Game 1. Ooh, this song is good. This is a Game 1 song? Oof. This is tense for a Game 1 song. With a T-spin and then a nice square tuck setup there. Armstrong's gonna knock down the Tetris. We've got a couple of nice clean boards here. Armstrong, though, having to cover the well for just a moment. Gets it open with a couple of very nice burns. Very high up. He's using the rolling technique, so a little more time to maneuver these pieces, making that stack a little more survivable. And bang Tetris to lower things down. Ooh, cover the well before the next one comes. Right? Tetris. But there's... Weird. It's not that weird. What's weird is not giving out a score update. Armstrong's at 325k on 82 lines. 80 lines, 361 for Sofa. So that 1.5 Tetris lead staying intact here. Both players have been managing to stay clean after that early struggle from Armstrong. Sofa, once again, getting a little bit high, but takes some good safe burns here. I would believe you are right, Classic Tetris pal. Whoop. Another Tetris for Sofa up to 414. Doesn't get the S-spin. Armstrong's got a couple holes to contend with as well. And continuing to have to burn. Armstrong with a stack down at the bottom. Both players on the same line count, 406, 442, so neither of them able to take advantage of the other's struggles there for a moment. Sofa with a little bit of weight over the well, but absolutely nothing dangerous at this height. Did kind of overshoot that square, but able to pull some tucks and no burns as a result. However, Armstrong Knocking down a couple Tetrises, takes the real-time lead at 452, but is also ahead by 5 lines. Sofa waiting for a bar. Finally it shows up to 473. Retakes the real-time lead. We are approaching the transition. Tetris for Sofa to 497. Less than 15 lines left for both players till we cross over the 19 speeds. Another Tetris for Armstrong. Sofa fires back 500 to 519. Some strong play at the top of the hopefuls bracket to kick off the show. So to get Tetris, one more line would go to transition. In fact, one more for both players, and it's 523 to 542. Sofa's lead less than a Tetris right now, 19,000 points. As both players try and get ready. Sofa gonna single in and be just a smidge behind now, as Armstrong's was at 547 at the changeover. Sofa's at 569, Armstrong 571, neck and neck, you might say. Hello, Sonny. I am, in fact, enjoying the Tetris so far. This is the first game of the afternoon/evening. Sofa, buffering for a moment, but it got fixed. That's cool. And it is neck and neck, 601, 623. Knocked down a Tetris for Armstrong. Sofa fires back to go to 649. Armstrong gets one to go to 654. Ooh, bit of a misdrop in the center of the stack for Sofa. Nose against a roller. You can't really afford a lot of those. You gotta stay as efficient as possible. But Armstrong's gonna hate pieces in center and be done at 655. And with that double that Sofa burns, it's gonna be enough to take game number 1. GG. Both players quickly ready for another one. Armstrong hovering 3, Sofa with a ready light. We got game 2 to play. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Excuse me. Goodness. That was classy. Game 1, a neck-and-neck affair all the way through until tragedy in the center of the board for Armstrong brought it to a swift end. Sofa starting off game 2 with a bit of an uneven stack, but takes a skim into a Tetris. Armstrong with a 5-high Vix. Yep. That's what we're doing today, I see. Does hit the S-spin. Hello, Ian. Hi, Peyton. Ooh, Armstrong. Bit of indecision with that L, and now some cleanup to do. Not about halfway up the board. Again, Armstrong a roller, and showing good control of it so far. Able to stay out of any sort of trouble here. Sofa just waiting on a bar. It is taking its sweet time showing up. Gonna opt for the triple, and then finally the bar shows up for the Tetris. 126 for Armstrong, 123 for Sofa. Add a Tetris to go to 146. We are separated by 2 lines. We're going to see this lead swap back and forth quite a bit here. Ooh, Sofa, you see with the late adjustment with that L piece, it create a bar dependency on the left. Gonna need it to show up sooner rather than later. Turns it into a dirty Tetris setup. Doesn't take the triple. Oh, and this is serious danger for Sofa. Able to get that L to the left, but nothing else is gonna go. 151, and Sofa's gotta go. Armstrong at 173 will tie the setup 1-1. GG. Very quick readies from both players. They want to keep this set moving, and I don't blame them. Gonna catch up on dinner time over in this hemisphere very swiftly here. At least where I'm at. So let's get game 3 underway. We're all knotted up at 1. Who takes advantage in 3, 2, 1? Tetris. The advice coming in. Listen to a 40-minute Frank Zappa guitar solo for power. That's a bold strategy. Leads dinner at 2 p.m. Well, it's coming up on 5 here, and by the time I get done with this, it'll be about 7. Ooh, Sofa with a fancy tuck setup to begin this one. Armstrong having to pull off a few tucks as well, but... Ooh. Sofa with a very tall spire in the center of the stack. Really no great place for a lot of these early pieces. Needs a bar. Gonna just plug that in. Early danger once again for Sofa. Can't get the L over, and Sofa is done! Armstrong, 50,000. More than enough to take the 2-1 lead. Sofa understandably taking a moment after that very rough back-to-back couple of games there. Sofa and Armstrong both look like visual representatives of different music styles. That's something I've honestly never thought about. Alright, Sofa's got a ready light on for game 4. Sofa bleeds metal. Sofa's like jazz metal. All right. We got a hover 3, we got a ready light, we got a game 4 to play. Armstrong 1 game away from the final. Salted Sofa looking for a glass of that delicious D cider. Who's gonna get what they want? Game 4 begins in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Sofa hitting the T-spin as Sunny admits to not being able to disassociate Sofa from Frank Zappa. Armstrong with a little bit of digging to begin. Does have a couple Tetrises on the board. Now just trying to reopen the well as bars come raining down while it's closed. NES Tetris at its best. But Roller RNG says the bar doesn't take very long to come once the well is open. Vicky Mac would not be surprised to see either of them at an Opeth concert. Fair. I am of the opinion that can you call an Opeth show a concert? Sofa with the thumbs up. Okay, got it. 139 for Sofa, 121 for Armstrong. Early days here in Game 4. Sofa gonna cover the well right as the bar comes. Armstrong, I'm not really sure what happened over there, but going to get Tetris ready. Both players with a couple of not really dangers, just complications in their stacks as we approach the 40 line mark here in game number 4. Got your first max out while listening to Opeth. I don't remember what I was listening to for my first max. Sofa still not quite getting this well open. All right, now gets it taken care of after a couple more burns. Armstrong has managed to take the lead in the meantime. It is 218 to 180. Sofa is behind by a couple lines as well. Now about 7 lines after another Tetris from Armstrong. Really sure what happened there is usually what people refer to as a misdrop. I mean, sometimes it's a misdrop, sometimes it's just a garbage sequence. Sometimes you just look over and someone's gotten 14 S's and 13 Z's and then a square for good measure, and you go, oh. Tetris for Sofa, who is clean and trying to come back into this one. 232 for Sofa, 289 for Armstrong, whose board's got just a smattering of holes all over the places. And his dig likely to last a hot minute. This would be Sofa's chance to come charging back into this game 4. Bang Tetris. And another one for Sofa. 301, 340 to 301, 720. For a moment separated by a half single. Sofa would love to see a couple of J pieces. Armstrong would like an L at some point. It, of course, shows up late. Couple of skims, though, and bang Tetris for Armstrong. Back in the lead at 330. Sofa, now, a lot of cleanup to do over there, is at 307. The stack at a very safe height, so we approach the 90 line mark. Tetris for Armstrong up to 353, trying to open up this lead. That is a smart burn with the Z piece and then the J. That is many IQs of smart. Wouldn't trust food by someone named Omelette Coleman. It's like someone introducing themselves as not a murderer. I mean, it's nice that they get it out of the way quickly. Hey, I'm not a murderer. See, now you know. Tetris for Armstrong, 405 with 20 lines left to play before the 19 speeds kick in. Sofa's going to go to 368 and then 391. So we are not quite at neck and neck, but we are dang close. Less than a Tetris separating the players right now. As both players get Tetris ready, Sofa will get the bar. Armstrong will get it right after. 430, 413 with a 2-line difference. Another Tetris for Sofa. Armstrong gets the bar right afterwards. You'd think we were on SPS with that kind of timing, but we're not. Another Tetris for Sofa to 459, keeping it close. Transition at 5:01 for Armstrong. Sofa. One line left is at 484. Gonna burn in at 484 and a little more. Here we go in the 19 speeds. Game 4. Sofa needs this one to stay alive. Armstrong can end the set right here. Trying to build up a lead, knocking down into level 20 Tetris to 534. Sofa's at 491, clean and waiting for the bar. But Sofa getting droughted for so long here. Armstrong knocks down another Tetris, now has cleanup to do. He's at 567. Finally, the bar comes for Sofa. Up to 523. Add another Tetris. Go to 550 into level 21. 5 lines behind and down by less than a Tetris. But square bursted. And Sofa's back to digging. Armstrong trying to get set up for a Tetris here. Bar comes a piece too early. Now Armstrong is ready. But getting awfully high. Bar comes just in the nick of time for Armstrong, able to bring this stack down. Sofa needs that bar for a split triple. He's just going to focus on survival right now. Just going to try and bring this stack back to a healthy height. Armstrong is 635. Now well ahead of Sofa, who's at 568, but behind by 6 lines. Sofa, look at it setting up a center well, but is just going to take the triple, and then a single to transfer. Armstrong with a misdrop in the center of the stack, not at a dangerous height, but going to slow things down just a little bit. Sofa at 580, Armstrong 673, ahead by almost a full level for a moment there. Sofa knocks down a Tetris to go to 610. I can't talk right now. Wow. Armstrong is 713 on 25. Sofa 640, still on 24. Gets a Tetris to go to 670. But a missed drop on the right-hand side for Sofa, going to slow things down. And Armstrong now playing on row 2. Looking to try and take advantage of it. Sofa getting aggressive with his row 2 setup. Just gets a bar over the Tetris up to 702. Armstrong fires back to 777. Still ahead by about a level. Sofa trying to move the well back to the right. Armstrong continuing to play on row 2 here is at 810. Sofa 715, back by 7 lines. A little bit of runway to work with. But Armstrong, a roller, could have that level 29 play in his back pocket. Sofa just waiting for bars, hitting these quick taps beautifully, but the bar's never coming at the right time. Armstrong taking a row 2 Tetris. Sofa barely getting that bar over for one. Gets the Vitz in column 8, but hangs pieces in the center, and it's going to be done at 757. Armstrong at 899 and now 900. Clings to life and takes game 4 in the set. GG.
this time I know I'm fighting my own. My demons that would rather see me dead to rights. They take control and leave me wondering why I even tried to fight this lie all night. Stand with me, and I'll stand with you. Stand with me, and I'll stand with you. Starting it over is no easy task. It's practically impossible for you to do alone. You can recover, but I know the road is long and cold, and obstacles will try to bring you down. Who's gonna help us when we both fall in the filthy, wretched shame of our disgrace? Somebody help us, 'cause we both know all too well how bad this pavement has to taste. Stand with me, and I'll stand with you. Stand with me, and I'll stand with you. Stand with you, and I'll stand with you. Stand with me, and I'll stand with you. Stand with me, and I'll stand with you. And I'll stand with you. And I'll stand with you. And I'll stand with you.
We are back with our second match. One player I've never seen before, and one player I've seen plenty. But always two players you love to see because you love to see good players. Probably going to mispronounce this name 100,000 times, so... Reimia and Mecex. Looking forward to both of yous. Show me what you got. Got a lot of cheering in the chat. Love to see it. And it looks like we're just kicking this one off right away. Ready's in the chat. Not gonna bother with any faffing about aside from the good lucks. Both players ready to rock. No reason to delay. It is time to play. Game number one. As Reimia, there we go. Game number one, in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Couple tippy tappers. Topping off the semis. Oop. Perhaps a little delay on Reimia's side. There we go. I'm actually going to do a quick little refresh for Reno here, and hopefully... Alright, well... no matter. We're underway in our second set of the afternoon. Winner of this moves on to the finals will face Armstrong after that exciting first set. Mecex's capture is on night mode. That's possible. At least it's on stencil. That's all we ask for. Oh yeah, the number 15 seed, so arguably one of the toughest routes to get to these semis. Having to face off against Poopy in the first round. Kira in the quarters. Winning both matches 3-1. Mecex sweeping Blue Scooty after winning a decider over Malaya. That's how they both made it here. At least it's on stencil. This phrase has meme potential. Yeah, you know. Every now and again I do something right. Early days, game 1. Mecex with that double there at 167. 85 for Reimia. Road to Tetris. Listen, fun is what we're here to have. Y'all are watching on YouTube, you're missing out on the goofiness that occurs in chat on a very regular basis. A little bit of goofiness in Mecex's stack as well, but it's nothing they can't fix with the right pieces. Oh, it's just fly into the left, but... Tetris ready, there's a bar, there's the score. Reimia's got a column 5 well, just plopping it right in the center. Gonna try and work with this for a little while. At 156, Mecex on 258, holding on to a strong lead here in game 1. Reimia still holding out with this center well, but it is... oh, that is a very dirty Tetris up on row 8. And that was... get that Tetris or die. So... pays off for now, but that is still a very dangerous stack for Reimia. It is getting higher. None of the pieces are helping us. So many S's! And that's going to be it. A supper game ending at 186. Mecex already well over 300,000. Is going to be good for game 1. GG. Now, is it Reimia? Is it Reimia? Reimia? Thanks. Thanks, Tiny. Thank you. Alright, we got a ready from both players. We got a game 2 to play. Mecex with a quick 1-0 lead. Reimia trying to fight back. Let's find out who's got it in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Mecex, those are my pronouns. But I'll let you use them too. And also, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. Reimia had the early lead with 9 points, but Mecex has 2 Tetrises. Does have a chasm in columns 3 and 4 as we get game 2 started. A couple of J's to start trying to fill it out. And quickly getting resolved. Mecex getting another Tetris on the board. Reimia just waiting on useful pieces. A bar, for example, for a Tetris would be nice. There's one. Simul-bangerang there. 47 to 93 to get underway. Mecex out to an early line lead. Reimia's starts are a little bit later. But if that's something we can absolutely work around. If that's the worst thing that happens this stream, I'm doing really good. Mecex up really high for a bit here, but able to get that bar over. Reimia equally high for a moment, also able to score a Tetris. 98 to 144 with a 9-line difference to get game 2 underway. Oh, the J spin tuck from Mecex to keep the stack clean. Reimia now setting up on row 2. Mecex knocks another Tetris down. Reimia, wow, really willing those pieces over to the left. Gets a good square tuck. Trying to keep the stack in good condition, waiting desperately for a bar. Finally, it shows. Reimia knocking down a Tetris to go to 127. A skim to get set up for the next one. Mecex just pouring it on in the meantime. Reimia answering back finally up to 151. 215 for Mecex. Add another Tetris to 238. 42 lines for Reimia, 52 for Mecex. And both players knock another one down, 180 to 261. Keep trying to do math, and it's really difficult to do when your brain is, well, just not cooperating. Trying to figure out a pace type situation. Mecex ahead by perhaps a Tetris and a half to 2 Tetrises in pace. We approach the halfway marker here. About a 2 Tetris difference between our players right now. I mean, almost with an opportunity to get to that hole in column 1, but pieces did not cooperate. Pulls that Z back just in time for the Tetris. Mecex in a bit of a sticky situation here. They are way up high. Gonna try and find the way to burn this down. Gets that Z all the way left. But they need better pieces than this to get out of this situation. This is so high. And that J-hang is gonna do it. Mecex out at 316. Reimia needs to get to 317. 317 will do it. $310, now $312. Need to see $317. Opting not to take the triple. Reimia tried to do this in style. And that triple will do it. Mecex gives us an... Oh, good. We get to give Mecex money. Ah, Fire Emblem games. Matthew99A, thank you for the 7 months of Tier 1 sub. We here at Classic Tetris Monthly always appreciate the support. It's what helps us put on these various productions. Where'd Mecex's camera go? SX, where's your camera? Time from SX42, right? I just want to know where the heck your camera went. That's what I'm trying to figure out. We'll worry about it later. Don't worry about it right now, Mecex. I just want your camera back on. Oh, I see. Alright. Alright, then. This song is bonkers, but I love it. And it's a remix from Final Fantasy III. Alright, well, hopefully we'll get Mecex's feedback on and we can, give Game 3 a chance here. Imagine not already having them rolled. Are you trying to say you're blaming it on Dan V that you didn't already have them rolled? Ah, classic unfiltered, uncentered Mecex. Alright, well, there's a Ready 18. We just need the camera back on. We just need the... Just need the camera. Oh! Oh, hey, the camera. Cool. Alright. And Reimia has been very patient this entire time. Mecex is, in fact, from Spain. Alright. Game 3, we're all knotted up at 1. The set is neck and neck. It could not be any closer. Let's change that. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. There we go. We are underway. Mecex with a bit of a situation on the right-hand side, but nothing too dangerous. Does knock down a Tetris. Reimia has got 2 on the board already. Players trading some early top-outs back and forth. Bring us to this 1-1 tie. Mecex with a dirty well in column 3. But Bang Tetris up on row 4. Trying to stay efficient here. Ooh, but a couple of misdrops. Oh my god, that piece got over. Mecex's taps are on point right now, and they have to be. This stack is dangerously high. Bang Tetris down the middle. And Mecex is sticking with this well. So aggressive right now with these placements. Another one. Mecex to 175, Reimia 144. Mecex though ahead by 14 lines and is playing super aggressive with these placements. And another dirty Tetris, this one up on row 7. Mecex set up once again, this one a little bit lower. Bar comes earlier, Bang Tetris to 226. Reimia at 213 is behind by 15 lines. A very clear pace advantage. Mecex with a center of the stack Vitz. Taking more skims, has moved the well over into column 7, but is still playing dirty, well off the ground, and another Tetris there. Extremely aggressive placements here, working out so far. But all of this is like playing with fire. Mecex's taps are incredibly fast. But all of them are needed just to stay alive when you're playing this high up. Reimia's got a left well set up at the moment. Playing off row 2. 270 to 307. It is neck and neck real time. Reimia with a row 2 Tetris to go to 294. Ooh, Mecex, oh my god, gets that T all the way left. But still playing with fire. Built up at the top of the stack here. Trying to find any way to bring it down. Reimia's gotten things clean, rebuilding for another Tetris, is behind by over 20 lines at this point between the later start and Mecex's high play. 349 for Reimia, 327 for Mecex, who is just trying to survive this dig right now and bring this stack back down. Almost back to opening up this well in column 7. And Mecex still playing aggressive, doesn't take the triple, will knock down the dirty Tetris. The well is moved back to the far right. But now transition, less than 10 lines away from Mecex. Gonna take another dirty Tetris up to 378, but Reimia is at 374, behind by nearly 30 lines. Mecex just 2 lines away from transition. A bar would get them there. There it is, transitioning at 405. Reimia's at 420 and still has 25 lines left. Mecex, though, bringing this stack down to Tetris and a couple of good burns. Now on row 2, which is the lowest Tetris well we've seen yet, having to create a couple more holes. Reimia at 425, Mecex at 436, but ahead by over 30 lines. Now the Tetris for Reimia to retake the real-time lead. Mecex has got to get this cleaned up and fast. And it is clean, and Bang Tetris on row 2. And Mecex could have brought the well over to the right, instead is sticking with a center well. Gets a couple of bars and did not use them to get ready. Finally gets another one. Mecex sticking with the center wells at 500,000. Reimia with a Tetris has one more left before the 19 pieces at 477. Behind by almost 40 lines now. Miles of runway for Reimia. Mecex at 528 playing with a center well. Bang Tetris to 557. Now trying to get as efficient as possible. Having to burn a few lines off here, though. Reimia at 551 into level 20. Behind by 35 lines. Mecex isn't even pushing down. How are they 40 lines ahead? An earlier start and a massive top-of-the-screen dig. We'll do that. Oh, but Reimia! Reimia holding out for a bar! The bar not coming! It does in the last second! But is anything gonna get left? Nothing's gonna get left! 562! Reimia's done! Mecex at 577! With another center wall Tetris! Popping off! Hanging on and taking game 3 by the skin of their teeth! Mecex pre-moved a 40-line Chasedown. Reimia, my only advice is just start when you see the 3-2-1 Tetris in chat, not when you hear me. I can't imagine why anyone's hands would hurt after playing like that or anything. I hope that facepalm was audible. UN Owen was whom? This is actually a Final Fantasy VI song we're listening to. 13th floor demonstration. Alright. Mecex is ready 18. Reimia dropped there's a ready in the chat once again, just to make sure. We got a game 4 to play. Mecex on the verge of making the finals. Reimia trying to serve us up some D-cider. We haven't seen it yet. Will we now? Yeah. Oh, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, come on in, Cobra. Man, Catbot kind of took a minute there. Reimia with another late start, so we're going to see that line discrepancy once again. Mecex looking for a T-spin. Is playing with a column 8 well at the moment, and sticking with a column 8 well. Oh my goodness, that adjustment. Ooh, Reimia! Early trouble! Lots of it! Reimia! Done! 2,292 points! A brutal way for the set to finish. Only one bar the entire time, they say. Oh, not how you want to go out. Absolutely brutal. That means Mecex will be moving on to the finals to face Armstrong. We'll be back with that match in just a short bit. Don't go away. And it all comes down Mecex playing Osu again. One of these things is not like the others. One of these things doesn't belong. Can you tell which one is not like the others by the time I finish my song? It says also on my Tetris stream. It's Puyo Puyo. That's what it is. Yeah, Tiny, don't worry about it. It's just Puyo Puyo. That's what it looks like these days. Osu Tetris. Alright. As soon as we have readies from both our players. Armstrong, look at me doing a little teeny bit more of the warming ups. Did your controller just stop working, Armstrong? My Retron's actually been doing something very amusingly weird lately, too. But I'm gonna blame it on bad contacts. Ah, the fun of playing on original-ish hardware. These things happen. Well, that seems to be working. That seems to be, doing controller-type things. That seems to be doing a lot of controller-type things. Alright. Now we just need Mecex's camera feedback. I can guess why it's not there. There it is. Oh! Mecex just popping in and out of existence. There we go. There's a ready. There's a hover 3. Folks, we have ourselves a final on our hands as Armstrong and Mecex get ready to face off to see who takes down the Hopefuls title for January 2023. Sunny, my favorite color is purple. Mecex's first time in a finals. Let's go. Game 1. No reason to play. No reason to delay. It is time to play. Game number 1. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And Mecex says, wait immediately. Now Mecex's controller doesn't work. Oh, for the love of Pete. Boy, if it's not one thing, it's another. Armstrong is going to top out and we're going to restart game 1. Just edit this out. Completely edit this out. Nobody saw anything. Nobody heard anything. Mecex, make it. You sure now? Dan P. edit. Alright. Alright. Deep breaths. Settle in. We're all good. Controller works. Both controllers are working. Got a hover 3. We had a ready 2. No reason to delay. It's time to play the finals. Game number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Okay, we have 2 people playing Tetris with what appear to be working controllers. Or a door, would I be open or closed? I would rather be ajar. Natural. I would rather be open, but I can't say if I am or not, honestly. I'm probably stuck, is what I am. King is stuck. Mecex might be stuck in a bit of a dig here if the right pieces don't come. Early days in game number 1. Whereas Mecex's tapping speed has been absolutely on point today. They are getting good pieces to help whittle this back down, but... Ooh, a couple of strange placements for Mecex right in the middle of the stack. That is extremely dangerous. Mecex no stranger to playing with fire, but this is a really good way to get burned early on here in game 1. My god, these taps are absolutely on point, but still gonna need help. And that's gonna be it. Mecex done at 65,000. A couple rough placements, and then the board just collapsed. Armstrong on 125. We'll take game number 1. GG. Alright, we got a hover 3 from Armstrong. We got a ready from Mecex. We got a game 2 to play in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Tiny would be a door that does annoying squeaks all the time and doesn't stay closed. Apparently yells, Tetris C. Reasonable. Mecex again with a hole at the bottom of the stack early on here in game number 2. This time accepting a few more burns to try and keep things from getting as spicy as they did in game 1. Just a couple, though. Peakmo, that is some ridiculous tap speed is what it is. Mecex has been flexing it all day. Needed it to make through the semi-final match against Reimia. And built quite high up here again, getting a little droughted. My kingdom for a bar! This drought! Never ending! The bar comes right at the end! Mecex in shock, but tops out at 42,000. The game doing no favors here. And Armstrong has a 2-0 lead in the finals. You did say that at the top of the stream, Sonny. Yeah, Mecex is on the he, they pronouns today. Same ones that I use. Hey, it's not over till the curtain comes down, Mecex. Back might be against the wall, but the set's not over. Getting some DAS RNG right there. Alright. Game 3, Armstrong on the precipice of taking down the bracket. Mecex looking to fight back. Game 3. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And Armstrong accidentally started on level 13. Good. There we go. There's an 18 start. And we are underway in game 3. I used up all the good RNG earlier in the week getting my 19 max. I used everybody's RNG. We're underway in game 3. Mecex shaking off a rough start to this set. Listen, us old DAS playing geezers gotta get some good RNG once in a while. Early days here. Mecex on 23 lines with 116. Armstrong on 19 lines with 93. We are essentially neck and neck. Oh, good flat tuck of the J to accommodate for the square. Oh, Hannah, you have not seen what we have seen this set, unless you've been watching the whole time, at which point you have. Mecex, playing aggressive once again, has a very dirty left well built up. Gets the bar over just barely for the Tetris, okay. And is doing it again. Good flat L for a double, another dirty Tetris on the left well. Now just working on reopening this well. 230 for Armstrong, 215 for Mecex. Mecex built for another massive Tetris, a dirty Tetris on row 8. Aggression in spades for Mecex here, but this time they're gonna make it through, bring the stack all the way back down to the bottom. They're at 285, Armstrong at 278. Armstrong gets that bar left. And is able to fill that out and score a Tetris here. Armstrong at 325, Mecex at 288. Just a 1.5 Tetris difference here as we pass the halfway mark of game number 3. Mecex having to pile a number of S pieces in the center of the board. Finally gets a bar for a triple, and simul-bangerang there. 372 for Armstrong, 363 for Mecex, ahead by 8 lines, but a perfect well transfer with that Tetris. Armstrong nice and clean. A J would be very handy. There that is. And the bar for the score. Hearing in the chat pipes up. Mecex knocks down a Tetris to 410. It's Armstrong's turn to do a little bit of digging. Slinging pieces to the left. That is a perfect couple of Z pieces. A third one comes in just to try and feel included. And then bang Tetris, but now a hole in row 2 that's got to be addressed. Mecex reopens well, is at 436. Armstrong's at 427. Bang Tetris for Mecex, keeping the real-time lead. So Armstrong is behind by almost 10 lines here. Was going to have another couple of holes to contend with after this row 2 Tetris to go to 455. Mecex just waiting on a bar is at 460. Bang Tetris. Mecex trying to create a bit of a lead here before we get to the 19 speeds here in game 3. Mecex needs this one to keep the set alive and is playing like they know it. 506 at 114 lines. 111 lines, 465 for Armstrong. So now Mecex creating a lead. Another Tetris. They have 2 left available before 19 speeds at 551. Who isn't Tiny? Who isn't tired of listening to my nonsense? Another Tetris from Mecex to 576. Armstrong on 492. Not really able to find a quick way to clean this up. Is Armstrong gonna take a double there as Mecex transitions at 600,000. And another one in 19 to go to 624. Armstrong's at 497 with possibly 2 Tetris available. Tetris, and then just a single in at 520, so an 80,000 difference at transition. Mecex coming back and looking to make a statement here in game 3 as Armstrong is trying to just finish the set off entirely. Armstrong setting up on row 2 here, but the bar not coming. Covered up for a moment. Mecex didn't quite get that piece all the way left, but is able to take some Tetrises here, bring this stack down up to 700,000 here in level 21. Did not get the T-spin, but is still low enough to take some burns here. As Armstrong still playing on row 2, knocks another Tetris down to 578. Mecex is at 711. This tap speed coming in handy. Mecex setting up very aggressively. Row 3 Tetris, bang, to go to 742, 130,000, the real-time lead. Armstrong's back about a level worth of lines. Didn't get that bar all the way left, gets the next one over. Armstrong, a couple more burns, gets this well reopened. Mecex has got to burn a few lines off here, find a way to reopen this well. Has a center well set up now. Bang Tetris there to go to 808. Armstrong, couple of skims, keeps the stack clean, is at 646. Back by 15 lines, knocks down a Tetris there to go to 673, and another one to go to 702 and a 23. Mecex has got things just about cleaned up here. Is transferring the well back to the right-hand side at 842. Now sitting on a fairly sizable lead, even with the line difference, up to 873, still in level 24. Armstrong's at 767, Mecex into 25 at 874. Good tuck there, gets Tetris ready. That tap speed really coming in handy now. Trying to rival the roller. Ooh, but a mess dropped the center of the board. Mecex needs a bar. Didn't get it over. Armstrong's got a chase down. Just barely squeezes that bar over. Gets another one. Armstrong's got to get to 876 if he wants to win it here. 838 now with that Tetris. And Armstrong has bought himself a lot of time. Barely getting pieces over to the left-hand side. Needs 876 to finish this off. Well, not open, but a couple pieces will get it there. A Tetris now would do it. Armstrong just waiting on the bar. There it is. There's a score. There's your January 2023 hopeful circuit champion. In a hell of a game 3. GG. And your winner all 40 characters on that trophy belong to you this month, Armstrong. Take that deep breath, bask in it. All of our players played fantastically today. Many commiserations to Sofa, Reimia, and Mecex. All of you played wonderfully. And thank you for dealing with my crap on this Friday. But your winner today, celebrate them, and watch them next month in the Futures Circuit. Armstrong.